So, Jada Smith caused a major stir online by dropping the bomb that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. This led to fans trolling Will Smith because he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars for Jada. Well, Jada wasn't done spilling some tea because she also revealed that Chris Rock tried to holler at her. So, has Chris Rock been secretly obsessed with Jada all this time? And is that why he's been making all these jokes because she turned him down? Or is Jada being Jada and exaggerating everything? Honestly, let's break it down because this is just messy. So Jada recently had an interview with the Today Show where she revealed that she and Will Smith have been living apart since 2016. And while they weren't technically divorced, they have been separated for 7 years.
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been.
The interview did not go well with Will's fans, and they came for Jada, calling her out for smearing Will and making him look bad yet again. If we're being totally honest, I think everything really started going down after the entire entanglement situation. Like, ever since then, she has been steadily exposing secrets that are just embarrassing Will. Like, she literally revealed that she never wanted to marry Will and would probably have never married him if she hadn't gotten pregnant, and her mom forced her to.
There's so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. I was just like, I didn't know what to do, but I just knew. I was like, I never wanted to be married.
Revealing that after more than 20 years of marriage is hella weird, to say the least. Then there's the drama surrounding her friendship with Tupac and how it affects her relationship with Will. Before Tupac passed away in 1996, he and Jada were very, very good friends, and they were so close that fans started to speculate that there might have been something more going on. And get this, she recently revealed that Tupac will always be her soulmate and that he even proposed to her at one point.
A lot of people might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
When he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers. And I knew at that time that, he needed somebody to do time with him, which I was going to do anyway. You didn't have to marry me to do time.
Well, feels like Jada is still in love with Tupac, and Will still has to compete with him even though he is no longer alive. Like, it got so bad that their daughter Willow wrote an entire letter to Pac when she was just 11, asking him to come back so he could make her mommy happy. So your daughter asking another man to make your wife happy is just humiliating. But I think the icing on the cake came after the Oscars drama that happened last year, when Will Smith slapped the daylights out of Chris Rock for making a joke about Jada's alopecia. Well, they didn't know that she had alopecia. Fans expected Jada to throw in some support for Will because he was trying to defend her honor, even if he went too far. But Jada has never publicly declared support for Will, and the most she did was take to the Red Table Talk and ask him and Chris Rock to sort out their issues.
About Oscar night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both. And we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we have done for the last 28 years. And that's keep figuring out this thing called life together.
That was pretty bad, but she recently made some comments that made the situation even worse and got people mad at her because she claimed that she was completely surprised because they weren't there as husband and wife, but more so as family. She said, "First of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time." And then she added, "I thought this was a skit." I was like, there's no way that Will hit him. It wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit. She also revealed that the first thing she asked her husband once they were alone was, "Are you okay?" Now, people were already mad at her before, but this comment got people downright furious with her because Will had a lot of heavy consequences because of the slap. He was dropped from a lot of projects he was working on and was also slapped with a 10-year ban from attending the Oscar Awards. He was pretty much canceled by Hollywood and would never have made it if he wasn't already a legend in the game. But Jada was not done talking about the slap. Even though her comments about it being a skit came with a lot of backlash, she then sat down for an interview with People magazine where she revealed that Chris Rock tried to date her. She said, "I think every summer all the reports would come out that me and Will were getting a divorce, and this particular summer Chris thought that we were getting a divorce. So he called me and basically he was like, 'I'd love to take you out.' And I was like, 'What do you mean?' He was like, 'Well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce?' I was like, 'No, Chris, those are just rumors.' He was appalled and he profusely apologized, and that was that." This is kind of crazy, but if you actually take a moment to sit back and think about it, it's not that crazy. I mean, Chris has been coming for Jada for years now, and it dates way back to the 90s and early 2000s, and even as recently as 2016. For example, back in 1997, Jada was one of the main organizers of a feminist march known as the 1 Million Women March. The purpose of this march was to promote Black women in America, and from the way she spoke about it, it was clear that she felt very strongly about her cause.
You have done something so important, something that you can be proud of. This is how you should feel every day of your existence.
Well, Chris then went on national TV to dismiss her efforts and mock her.
Moving speeches from people like Maxine Waters, Winnie Mandela, and here are some inspirational words from the lovely Jada Pinkett. Everybody say hi!
But that's not all, because back in 2016, Jada decided to boycott the Oscars over the Academy's lack of inclusivity because Black people were getting overlooked in the nomination. But rather than support her, Chris Rock went on stage to mock her again.
Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
At first, people thought he was just being weird for coming after Jada like this. But with Jada's new comments about him asking her out, fans are now starting to wonder if his actions were because he's had a huge crush on her for years. But sources have revealed that Chris did not like being exposed like this and feels embarrassed that Jada would reveal that, especially after the entire Oscar slap. And honestly, I get it why Chris wouldn't want that, because now we are able to look at the Oscar situation from a different perspective. Because earlier it was Will couldn't control his anger. Well, now it seems like Will did that because he was tired of Chris coming at her year after year, because he still seems to have a crush on her. And fans are also on this. One user wrote, "That slap now makes total sense. Even if we were being rumored to be getting divorced, don't approach my partner till that divorce is settled. She just dropped a new book, and this gives the perfect context to those who are/will be interested in reading." I hope y'all noticed this marketing strategy and pattern with celebrities. It's smart. So do you think Chris Rock is really obsessed with Jada, and is that why he has been coming for her? Let me know what you think in the comments. Then check out this next video.